Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Thank you for joining me. This is a slightly different video from ones you may have seen. I'm going to go through some of the things I'm not taking on the Camino. I should preface this with saying I'm a reasonably experienced hiker, having done the Appalachian Trail, Southwest Coast Path, Tour de Mont Blanc, and many other trails. So I'm used to carrying my tent and the cook set and the sleep set and everything. So from a starting point, there's quite a few things that I'm not taking. This video won't cover those. This will cover things that probably most Camino walkers might think of taking, but I'm not going to take.
Smash that like button. Woo!
Like and subscribe.
Okay, let's start. The number one, earplugs. It's probably one of the items that most people take on the Camino, and I'm just not taking. And I'll give you a couple of reasons why. Bottom line, I just can't sleep with earplugs. I find them uncomfortable, but also for me, when I have earplugs in, it sounds like that noise when you're sitting on an aircraft and it's just a background noise. Add into that, I have experience on many trails. For example, the Appalachian Trail, when you use a shelter, you're basically sleeping like sardines next to each other. And if you're in a hostel, there are 20 of you in a room. There's been 8 in a hotel room. On Tour de Mont Blanc, there are refugios that you sleep in with other people. I'm quite used to that. And as a general point, if you're tired, you'll go to sleep. If you're not tired, I've got some headphones. I can always listen to something. So that's the first one. Sorry about that, but I'm not taking any earplugs with me. And we'll find out when I come back whether that was a good idea or not. The second item I'm not taking with me is an eye mask. I can't actually show you one because I don't own one, but I've never needed an eye mask at any time. Whether on a trail or in a hotel or on an aircraft or anything, I've never needed an eye mask. So I'm not used to them. I don't really need them. Clearly I've been in loads of hostels and things where I've not needed them. So that's eye mask. I'm not taking an eye mask. Okay, the third item I'm not taking is an umbrella. I have used an umbrella, mainly in much hotter environments. But I'm not going to use it on the Camino. Now, if it rains, I have rain protection, I have rain trousers and a rain jacket, lightweight rain jacket, that's good enough, but I'm not going to use my umbrella. Obviously, on the Camino at certain times of the year, it is quite hot. My tops are specialist SPF 50 tops. I wear a hat, I've got a buff. I'm fully aware that the route you take, the sun really is beating down on your left-hand side. So I'm aware of that. And obviously I've got sunscreen and so forth. So I'm not taking an umbrella. I'm sorry. The fourth item I'm not taking is a headlamp. Now, I have taken headlamps on pretty much every multi-day hike I've been on. But these are all based around a tent, not based around accommodation at the end of each day. And on those treks, wherever I've been in accommodation, I have never used the headlamp. On the rare occasions that I've needed light, I've just used the light on my mobile. So I'm not taking a headlamp. So therefore I have one less thing either to charge or one less thing to need small batteries, even though it's likely that a fresh set of batteries would last the whole trail. But I'm not taking a headlamp. The fifth item that I'm not taking with me is a guidebook, a physical guidebook. There's a number of reasons for this. One, they're heavy. And two, I have all the guidebooks on my mobile. They're on my wife's mobile and they're on my wife's Kindle. So we have access to the actual guidebook on our mobiles. I also have the official Camino app, and I have the Far Out app and weather apps and all sorts of things. So I'm very used to not using a guidebook. Where I have done treks where you go from accommodation to accommodation in the UK and in Europe, and your baggage is taken for you. Yeah, I've taken guidebooks because who cares what the weight is? But for the Camino, where I'm carrying everything, I'm not taking guidebooks. The sixth item I'm not taking with me on the Camino is a pack cover. I've never actually had a pack cover. My pack is an Atom pack, a British company, Lake District, unbelievable, different story. But I never have used a backpack cover on my backpack. What I've used instead is a bag inside my backpack. And everything goes inside that bag, so that's what keeps it dry. Now, to be fair, my Atom pack, the water has never got through the pack. So I don't carry a backpack cover. And to put it to an incredible test, the Appalachian Trail in 2023 was considered one of the wettest, and I've never experienced as much rain as I was on that trail. Not once did something in my bag get wet, so I'm not taking a backpack cover with me. The next item, or items that I'm not taking with me, sort of number 7 in the list, I can't actually show you because I don't own them. But I'm not taking a drone, I'm not taking a specialist camera, I'm not taking a GoPro, I'm not even taking a tripod or a selfie stick. I don't own any of them. All of my videos are done with my iPhone. At the moment it's an iPhone 15, and if I want to take certain shots, I just prop it up against fences or rocks or whatever and take the shots. So I don't take any of this additional electronics with me. So those are all the sorts of things I won't be taking on the Camino. The 8th item that I won't be taking with me on the Camino is a chair. I do take the chair very often on day hikes. You're not carrying as much, and what you do carry really ought to reflect the trek you're on at the time. So I do take it on day hikes. It is really, really useful. But what I will be taking instead of a chair is my sit pad. Interestingly enough, on the Appalachian Trail, I actually got rid of this after about 20 days because I wasn't really using it. But on all the slightly shorter trails, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, I've always taken my sit pad. It weighs virtually nothing, just means you can sit down anywhere, and the reflective layer keeps your butt warm and everything. But I'm not taking a chair with me. The 9th item that I'm not taking with me on the Camino is a third of something. I'm not taking a third pair of socks. I'm not taking a third top. I'm not taking a third pair of shorts. Now, to be fair, I'm only taking one pair of shorts. But what trails have taught me over the years is one of the biggest items that weighs a lot is clothing. And if you can take less clothing, then you'll learn to survive with it. You don't need too much. And what's pretty clear on the Camino is a lot of people take 2 outfits and they wear one and wash one, and one is drying. So really that's what I'm going to do. And as most long distance hikers will attest to, on the PCT or the Hexatrek or the AT, is they pretty much wear one outfit for the whole trek. They might replace it, but they don't carry an awful lot of spare clothes. So I'm really only taking one set of clothes to walk in, some leggings, a spare top, a spare pair of underwear, and a spare pair of socks, and that's about it. I'm not taking the third pair of anything. Unnecessary weight, and you're not going to use it. Okay, so the final item, the 10th item that I'm not taking on the Camino with me is a shaving kit. I'm a wet shaver, I don't like dry shaving, so a shaving kit. It's only 35 days. I've gone 150 days without shaving. So it's an unnecessary weight. I will shave myself day before we go, and I'll shave myself a day after we return home. So I'm not taking those items. Just a final section of sort of honourable mentions. I won't go into a great deal of detail on them, but some of the things I'm also not taking. I'm not taking gloves. I'm not taking shower flip-flops. I'm not taking a bug net. I'm not taking a heavy waterproof. And I'm not taking a large medical kit. Now I'll say a little bit about the medical kit. There are so many towns and villages that you go through that have pharmacies. You don't need to take much with you. The important bits are sort of emergency ibuprofen. I take a lot of leukotape, but you don't need to take a great deal with you. So that's it. Thank you for sitting through it. There's a lot of things I'm not taking, but I'll produce a video of the things I will be taking. And thank you for watching.
Smash that like button. Woo!
Like and subscribe.